Good evening, class. Matthew here, and obviously it's lesson 15. It's the outro video, and I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Like overall, the course was an interesting course. Like I was kind of hesitant going into it because I really never went to like 1 day course and the rest online. I was really expecting to be like sergeant school, but at the end of the day, it was a cool experience because it kind of taught me the kind of person I am to be independent and just work on my own. But the hardest part of the course for me and why was honestly the discussion boards. Obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic kind of ruined it for us, so we weren't going getting our contribution in class where we're actually speaking and showing what we learned, but we were all just typing it on a computer. Excuse me, and I feel like once we went online, it's just my contribution was going down because I just didn't know how to type. Like I just sucked at making sentences sound correct or make them grammatically correct. Not knowing where to put a comma, not knowing where to put a period or the parentheses or the asterisk or the quotation marks. I felt like I was just struggling out that a little bit, and like Monique was just harping me like, you need to read your sentence out loud. This doesn't make sense. You're saying the same thing over and over. Like you just not putting a comma here. Like this is just a run-on sentence, and like after just weeks and weeks of just getting the same grade, of just it was just making me frustrated. Like and that's why I was just getting frustrated with myself. I was getting frustrated with her, and like I just didn't understand. Like I don't have a degree in writing. I'm just an enlisted Marine. So like I just had that mindset, and like I finally just looked at the her feedback, and I was like, maybe I should read it out loud, or use Grammarly like you said. And I like using Grammarly. Like I accidentally spent $140 on Grammarly, so I was really pissed off about that. And then, but it ended up saving my day because I had run everything through Grammarly, put every sentence, every paragraph, every essay, and it would grade me and it'd tell me how wrong and it'd tell me how to fix it. And I felt like it kind of helped me in the end of the day. And like towards the end, like I wasn't even using Grammarly. Like I would still use just to as a safe caution, but like my grades were like 97s, 96 back when I was first using it. It was like in the 50s, 60s, and I was like, oh, at least I feel like I'm learning. And like just using her techniques that she was telling me to use, and that's basically how I overcame it. My favorite part of the course for me and why was honestly the tactical decision games. And I say the tactical decision games because it was just a unique process. Like I liked how it was three different MOSs. I was a comm engineer. I was with a Marine from the admin. I was a Marine for media, and we were just both discussing our different course of actions for what we thought the scenario would be right. And I would say it was kind of a heated, but like, it was just a good discussion back and forth of me and Jeff figuring out like why each course of action would be work better. And it was cool to see how like at the end of the day like we all collaborated and became to one course of action, combining each one of our COAs into one COA. So that was probably my favorite part of the course because it was just more involved with students, and I'm just more of a hands-on. That's what I'm used to. So points for improvement, in my opinion, on the course you just finished up and why. Like I understand that the Marine Corps is going. They want more educated leaders. Like they're putting the more PMEs towards a college level basis. Like it's no longer starting course, it's starting school, and they're taking out some things. But like I feel like they're getting to the point where like I didn't join the Marine Corps. I didn't go to college. If I wanted an education, like I would have gone to officer level. And I'm not saying that education is bad, but like I feel like they focused more on how I wrote and how my sentence like sounded and how they came off, but like and they weren't really caring about my knowledge I was bringing to the table, like my what I brought as a leader to the table, and they were just looking at like, oh, he wrote something good, but he didn't put a comma, so that was bad. So that's why I felt like they could be more improved, like and just work with like knowing their audience. Like not everybody's on that bachelor level or that master's level of degrees, so just knowing their audience because like obviously I struggled with it a lot. Maybe it's just me griping, but I felt like just if you get more, you kind of obviously judge your audience, see where they're at first, and then kind of base your grading off of that, and just not like one set thing like, oh, you can't write C's, and like your grades slowly start going down, and hopefully just getting better with the whole grading and looking at your audience when it comes to the actual writing. Like, what else need to be added or covered to make the sergeant's course better for future sergeants and staff and COs? I would say putting, like, actually going into detail on how to write a frago or a 5-paragraph order or warning order, because I feel like as Marines today, like as we get hired, that is something we're gonna need to do. Maybe they teach that in the staff and CO level or not, but as a sergeant, I feel like you get put into those positions where you need to know those things, and people will expect you to know those things because of the ability you're in. But honestly, if you've never been taught, you don't know what you don't know. So, we went over a little bit, like when we went over the MET-T analysis, and again the estimate of the situation, having to read that order. But I feel like us actually creating, like, giving a scenario, like we actually create an order, and like even go into like deeper of the convoy orders and going over a sand table and kind of putting at that. But with that, like, that is what I thought about the course, and hopefully you guys liked it. Have a great day.